guys, how's it going? This is another RuneScape video. I'm doing rune crafting and farming today again, and I'm going to be just talking about my plans for RuneScape and other things, probably not related. So, hope you enjoy and hope it's relaxing. So, for whatever reason, I got my first few dislikes on the last RuneScape video I made. I don't know why. I'm not exactly sure if it was because my ASMR just isn't very good, or if it's the fact that I wasn't playing RuneScape optimally, which, honestly, I kind of understand. But at the same time, if you stray from your gamer mentality for a second, it's honestly more fun, I think, if you don't focus on the most optimal strategies on how to play a game, and you just figure things out for yourself. If I could start over, I would have made this account a hardcore Iron Man, because I don't do much in terms of trading with other people, I guess, so I wouldn't need it anyway. The only thing I would have a different experience with is not being able to use the Grand Exchange. I believe Iron Man can't use the Grand Exchange, but that would be fine with me, because it's just about having fun, I guess, playing these games, really. And as long as you are having fun, then it's not a waste of time. I feel like a lot of kids who play video games feel like they have to be the best at the game and find the best ways to play it. And it's like, when you grow up to be an adult, you're just like, I don't care. I just come home from work and I just want to relax. So, I think I'm at that stage in my life right now where it's like, it's not a big deal to me if I'm the best at anything, really. I just want to, like, enjoy what I do and enjoy people's company, pretty much. That's what's important to me at this point in my life. So, I think that's why I got those dislikes, but I can't be sure. I'm still new to making ASMR videos, so I'm not exactly sure that I would call my progress a success so far. It's definitely a start, and it's better than nothing, but I'm not sure how enjoyable it is for people to watch, if it is enjoyable at all. For me personally, I can watch almost any ASMR video and have some kind of enjoyment out of it. Relaxation, rather, I should say. Unless it's a role play, those kind of sketch me out, but other than that, I can listen to pretty much anything and be relaxed by it. But that's because I was tired all the time, because I was taking lots of medication that was making me tired. So, I'm not sure most people are like that. I don't know if they are in that regard, but we'll see, I guess. I'm 72 rune crafting now, which is nice. Last video was 71. Honestly, it doesn't take that long to level up in rune crafting. I'm not really going for a particular level. I just kind of like doing it because it makes a lot of money for skilling, and it's just kind of something I've been doing for so long. I can kind of turn my mind off and just kind of do it and not have to worry too much about it and what I'm doing. So, that's I think Slayer may make more money in the later levels, but there's probably more equipment you need to really get going for it. Slayer always kind of confused me. I've done it before. I think I got my Slayer to 68 once on a different account. But I think I lost that. I lost access to that account, so it didn't get hacked. I just forgot the username and password, which is whatever. It is what it is. It's my fault anyway, so it's not a big deal though. But yeah. I'm kind of tripping up here. I'm not sure. I don't think we're gonna do rune crafting only this video. I think we're gonna maybe do some combat training. I do need to train combat eventually. It's not one of my favorite things to do, but it's something I should do if I want to get better gear, which I do. 60 attack and 60 defense. 60 defense feels like it'll take forever, honestly. So I might look up some guides, but I'm honestly not sure. I think I might just do rock grabs and just work on that instead. I'm one of those guys who brings a cannon with them, so I do hog the rock grabs, because I'm always suspicious the people next to me are botting, and for a while I kind of felt like it didn't really matter if I was taking the grabs from them because they're botting, so like they'll make it up eventually anyway, and they're kind of cheating, but I don't know, it is what it is. One thing I'm kind of proud of is the graceful set I've obtained from agility. It honestly took forever, it felt like, only because I had never done agility before, but actually it wasn't that hard. It just took some persistence, honestly. Agility is probably one of the best skills in the game to have, because if my understanding is correct, the higher the agility level, the longer your running energy lasts, without any potions or anything. So honestly, it's probably one of the best skills in the game, because it's applicable to every other skill in the game, pretty much, and will help you in like almost every other scenario that you could be in this game. So I think it's well worth going for agility in the beginning. I think I did the wilderness course before it got updated to make money, and I did that for a while. Then I did the rooftops. That was probably what I did mostly, was the rooftops in Falador and all the towns. So if you want to train agility, honestly just do the best course you can and you'll be fine. And always make sure you're not wearing anything, because when you do the course, it's better to not have anything on you. Also, you can get, I don't think you need them, but you can get stamina potions. There probably is a course or two where you start running out of energy, so it's good to have stamina potions on you, so that you can complete them without running out of energy. I wonder if this guy's just buying runes, or if he's actually going to snipe some people doing rune crafting. It doesn't look like anyone else is here today, right now, so he's probably just buying runes. Oh, there's that guy, actually. I didn't see him before. That's another thing. I'm not sure what's better, the graceful or the rune crafting outfit that you can get from the minigame. I would say it's probably the outfit from the minigame is better, but I'm not sure it's worth getting at this point, because useful set is still really useful, and I'd probably be spending more money on stamina potions if I was using the rune crafting outfit set. And if you don't know what the rune crafting set does, is it basically increases the amount of runes you get from each cycle, from each time you go to the altar, each time you pray at the altar, whatever. And you make more money, essentially. That's the idea behind it. The only thing is, it's a mini game, and I don't really like it. I know some people like it. My friend who plays RuneScape likes it. But I just found it really boring, and I wasn't sure I wanted to keep doing it, so if it's boring, I'm not going to do it. That's just how it is. And I've been leveling up at a decent pace anyway, so I think it's fine. Oh, really? Wow, I seem to have used my home teleport already. Another reason to get agility is so that you can do these shortcuts. Just find shortcuts in random areas and you can just do them. Whereas before you would have to read through you can't do this because you need 70 agility or something like that. So it's kind of nice that I can actually do some of the shortcuts in this game, which also helps you save time immensely. I think at one time, actually I know at one time, nature runes were actually better than cosmics in terms of profit, but for whatever reason the economy is demanding cosmics now, so cosmics are more valuable at this point. Which is nice because I can't do double natures at the moment, so I would prefer cosmics be more demand anyway, because I can do double cosmics, I can't do double natures. And thankfully death runes are still the most expensive rune, which makes getting 99 rune crafting in this game worth it. Because double death runes, I believe, is like a significant amount more than cosmics in terms of price. I'm guessing you could make like around 600 to 700k, maybe even 600 to 800k with death runes per hour. Or double death runes, I should say, per hour. I'm pretty sure that's something you can do. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to check. Multiple articles. Yeah, 2 death runes per essence at 99. That would take an absurd amount of time, but if I were to go for that, I think I might actually try to go for the most optimal rune crafting experience method, but I'm nowhere near that point, so I don't have to worry about that right now. Also, I have to factor in the fact that you have the max amount of rune pouches, so that's even more runes. So you could probably make maybe even a mil per a skill called dungeoneering, and honestly, I was skeptical at first, but I played it, and it was honestly my favorite skill in the game, because it utilized all the other skills that you had, and you would work together with other people to do it, and it was a really good idea, and it did work, because there were so many people playing the game that you would always find people to co-op with. It was actually a really good idea. I think what ended up happening, though, is less and less people started playing the game, and a huge part of that was because it was updated. They updated the combat, completely changed how it worked, and essentially scared a lot of players away. Not scared people, but players, but made people who liked PKing in this game just quit the game, which was basically everyone at the time. That uncertainty in the wilderness was always really fun, and they kind of took that away with the combat method they created. No one really wanted to learn how to do combat all over again, and it became more complicated than people wanted, so they just quit. And I quit, not because I enjoyed PKing, but because I had other things to do, like school and hanging out with friends, and I think even my friends were starting to drift away from this game, so I stopped playing. Now I don't really have many friends who play this game, but I still play it anyway because it's just something to do, honestly. And I do like playing it. It's just something you can kind of relax to, which is nice. Yeah. I do need to get my magic level up. That's something I should do. I used to, the closest I ever got to botting was probably using auto clickers, which is essentially botting, but actually, I don't think it's as bad, but it's still kind of cheating. I think, I felt it was okay because I just wanted to, be able to, like, type in chat while talking to the other guys. I think I wasn't the only one doing that. We all had auto clickers, and we would kind of just talk while we were constantly teleporting to, like, Falador. That's like how you level up magic. You just kind of spam teleport and make money. Or not make money, you just you gain XP is what I was trying to say. So right about now I'd be switching to doing a farm run, just to switch things up. So I probably will end up doing that for routine's sake after I do this one last trip. I know there's nothing new in this video, but for all I know, there's a bunch of new people watching it anyway, so I don't think it's a huge deal necessarily. Because my channel hasn't gained that much traction yet. I'm actually surprised. I love it when people comment. I've only gotten like 2 comments, but it was awesome because like I've never had a comment before. It's just a cool experience. And I plan on reading all the comments I get for the foreseeable future, so if you feel like you have something you want just to say in general, I'm definitely going to read it. So feel free to comment if you want. But I think what I was saying before that is, honestly I forget what I was saying before that, but it'll probably come to me. you would make money off of, but the economy was so backwards that somehow you just didn't. For various reasons, like you could buy seeds and lose money buying the seeds when you sold the herbs. Like, I'm sure there were like exceptions, but for whatever reason, somehow the economy just got so messed up that you could literally invest in an item for your skill and actually lose money doing the skill. It was crazy. I think it's because there were a lot of, I think they were called mergers or flippers or something. And, they would flip items without actually skilling for them. So these have dropped in value, I think, a bit. I'm going to sell them before they drop in anymore. I don't know what's going on in the economy, but I don't want to lose any money. So I'm just going to sell these for whatever price I can. Because these have been here for at least a day. That's not bad. I wish I made a bit more money off those, but it's not a big deal. Okay. Off we go. I really am a caffeine addict. It's gotten to the point where I don't feel like I can wake up without it, which I know means I'm pretty much addicted. It's not a big deal because, I mean, I could be coping, but it's not like a hard drug, so like, I don't think it's a huge deal having a slight dependence on it, because I do like drinking it anyway, and it kind of keeps me sane for the time being. But if it was like a hard drug or like a pharmaceutical drug like Adderall or like Klonopin, I would be on red alert for that shit, because I've said before in previous videos, I really don't like the pharma companies. I know they're intertwined with food companies and they might even have some influence on caffeine. I don't know. I haven't dug that deep, but the pharma companies are just so corrupt. The medical system and the pharma companies and the food companies are all my worst enemy at this point. I actually do have a lot of issues with them, and I think most Americans should too, really, because these people they don't have your best interest. They want to make money, and they do make money off of sickening you and poisoning you with chemicals that make the food addictive, but also wreck your body in terms of health and happiness as well. I don't know what the statistics are, they always change, but it's like, it seems like more than half of Americans these days are overweight, and it's just crazy to me, because I don't know why people aren't questioning it more. Like, they get overweight, they think, I guess it's because they believe the lies and the propaganda, they think it's just genes or something. It's not genes. It's not your fault, but it's not genes. It's because the food you eat is poisoned. And it's virtually all of it. You can't find food that's fine in the produce section and the deli section and stuff like that, but like, even then, there's like pesticides they put in the food because they don't want bugs to eat it, and like all this unnatural stuff for maximum profit. and it's just crazy. They always add sugars to like whatever it is you're eating. If it's not meat, as long as it's not meat, they may add sugars to it. They'll add sugars to like your vegetables. They'll add sugars to the fruit, mainly fruit, honestly, not so much vegetables, but it's crazy, and sugar is addictive in itself, so that's the reason they put it in there, is not only to make it taste better, but so you become addicted to it and you want to keep buying it. If they didn't do that, there wouldn't be as many diabetics as there are now. Children are becoming more overweight and unhealthy these days. Something that gave me a lot of hope for the future, for the near future at least, is RFK, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., came out recently and said he will fight for the health of Americans by trying to fix the FDA and fire all the corrupt employees there and try to fix our food system. Something like that, at least. I don't know the exact specifics, but he claims he's going to do something about fixing the food in this country, which is really good news because I don't think Donald Trump had that on his radar, and hopefully he gets elected so RFK can do that stuff on the side while Donald Trump does the president stuff. There's so many issues. This country is a failed country. It's going to collapse. That's what I keep hearing from like my close relatives who know a lot about economics and stuff. And it's crazy. Hopefully nothing too bad will happen, but apparently it's not looking too good. I guess it is what it is. It's a cyclical nature. History repeats itself. This has happened before, just in different ways, I guess. But we have to restart this country, and that's the only way to fix it, really, is because everything's just so corrupt now. People call it crony capitalism. It's like, well, capitalism is the only thing that works, really, because they would have an easier time corrupting the system with socialism or communism. Or what I'm really trying to say is they would just have an easier time being tyrants, essentially, with socialism or communism. Because if they got control of the government through socialism, we would all be screwed, because there would be no competition to fight the government, because the government owns the competition, essentially, at that point. So we'd be screwed. It's not that it's crony capitalism, it's just I guess nothing's perfect, and I mean, I guess it is crony capitalism, actually, but what I'm trying to say is capitalism is still probably the best option we have as Americans, as people in general, to avoid tyranny, because at least with capitalism, there is always competition, in theory, and I don't really know much about it, I can't lie, but I don't see it being an issue with the choice of economics that we have chosen for this country. I think it's just I think this has been this has been being predicted for a long time by a lot of people. People saw this coming. At least the very smart people saw this coming, and they knew they couldn't do anything about it. But they have mentioned, like, I've heard all these people, but I don't know. I'm kind of talking out my ass at this point. I just hear it all just can't help but think about it sometimes. But anyway, that was way off track of what I wanted to talk about. Hopefully RFK really gets things done, and Donald Trump as well. Kamala Harris, I mean, it might not be apparent to everyone, but I mean, you can just tell she's full of crap. She does not care about this country. She's in it for the money, and she's probably in it for her own family's legacy. So, can't trust anything she says really, because she hasn't done anything worth talking about during her vice presidency. So, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. No one wanted her as president, so they picked her for vice president, and now all of a sudden she's a presidential candidate who's been nominated, and it's like the media just pretends like she's had this backing for all this time. It's like, no. I hate the media too, but I think most people do at this point. So anyway, this video is getting kind of long, but I end the video here. So if you guys enjoyed this, leave a like, and if you found it relaxing, leave a like, and I hope you guys have a good one. So